I'm going to share what I've learned so far on my personal journey in regards to content creation and posting online on social media. I've already been asked this twice today only. The first question being, what are some tips I have in regards to recording in the gym? And the second one being, how can you make short content that's not boring and is rather interesting? So the first thing I want to say is that I am no expert. I am still on this journey myself. I'm still improving by the day. I'm still trying to grow my social media channel. However, I am a few steps ahead of some of you who may have not yet started, so I'm going to share what I've personally learned. The first thing we're going to talk about real quick to get it out of the way is the equipment required in the first place to record content. So if you're just starting out, you don't need anything ridiculous. You don't need no cinema production stuff. You don't need no big expensive cameras. Begin with your iPhone. Literally more than enough. The quality is good. You can post it anywhere. It's right in your camera roll. You can edit it directly on your phone itself by downloading CapCut. That's a good editing app. And as you grow your social media channels, you can invest in better equipment over the long run. To begin recording itself, iPhone is all you need. Now, if you're going to be doing videos like this, where you're talking a lot, you're going to need to invest in a microphone ideally. The microphone I have is the DJI mic. All the equipment I personally use is linked in the description in my bio on my profile. You'll see my Amazon link, which has all the products I personally use. If you buy it through the link, I get a little commission, which helps me. But the price stays the same as if you bought it from Amazon itself. Like, there's no price difference. I just get a little commission. The reason you need a microphone is for better quality audio. Now, the iPhone camera quality itself is decent. It's not the best, but it's decent. It's very good. However, the microphone quality isn't necessarily that great for YouTube or whatever. And if you're not going to be recording videos in your room, so let's say you're going to be in the gym trying to record videos in the gym, you need a wireless microphone so you can actually talk into it, and so it kind of like isolates your audio only, because gym environments can be very loud. There's a lot of people, there's music, you know, metal weights banging around and whatnot. Third piece of equipment you're going to need is a tripod. Now, the size depends on what type of videos you're making. Ideally 2 meters, so like pretty much just a little bit taller than you, or around the size of a human, 1.5 meters, that's good enough as well. The reason for this is because you can actually level out the tripod to basically be like, you know, as if you're holding it in your hand, and then you can get some nice, steady, stable shots like directly just straight at you or whatever you're recording. So yeah, that's the 3 most basic pieces of equipment: tripod, camera itself, and a tool to record audio with, a microphone. Now, the second thing we're going to talk about in regards to recording in the gym specifically, so the first question, is the confidence and mentality behind recording videos. It can be a little bit intimidating, it can be a little bit nerve-wracking to go in a public place such as the gym and, you know, set up a tripod, put your camera down, record in front of everyone. You might be thinking like, oh, people are going to look at me, people are going to judge me. It doesn't happen. Honestly, no one gives a shit about you. No one really cares. People at the gym are there to self-improve. Everyone's in their own little world. They got headphones in, they're listening to music, they're too focused on their sets, their reps, on their workout, what they're doing for the day. Pretty much no one is going to look at you and think, oh, look at that guy. No one cares. And if they do, if people genuinely look at you and judge you and say something negative about you, it says more about them than it says about you. Always remember, the loudest boos come from the cheapest seats. Self-explanatory. The only people who boo so hard are the ones that don't really have anything going on for themselves. If you genuinely have a passion for content and you want to genuinely be out here inspiring people online, you want to make it as a content creator, social media influencer, whatever it may be, you recording and posting is part of the process, it's part of the journey, it's how you're going to get there. And let's say, what, 2-3 years down the line, you actually reach that stage. Look, you've achieved what you wanted to achieve, and the person making fun of you, talking shit, what are they doing? Still talking shit. Just be confident. And it's easier to say that than it is to actually be confident. So how do you like be confident? How do you get used to it? How do you get better at it? The one answer is just practice. You gotta keep doing it. Like there's no fancy tips and tricks. Like you just gotta go do it, and then eventually over time, just like with anything else, you improve at it, you get more comfortable with it, you get more efficient, you get better at it, it becomes normal to you, it becomes natural. Take me as an example. I am still on this content creation journey. Hey, I'm not the biggest influencer. My channels are still relatively small. So like my channel is literally like live. Like literally look at me. I'm literally growing. You're watching me while I'm still growing. That's the whole point of my channel. That's why I started posting so early on. Because a lot of people, they have this like wrong idea in a sense of they have to be perfect from the get-go. No one's perfect from the get-go. You learn and improve as you go along. Scroll to the bottom of my page. Look at some of my earlier videos. I would struggle to talk in the camera. Even though I was in my room by myself, I wasn't able to talk as smoothly as I am able to now. At the beginning, when I first started like talking to the camera, I was uncomfortable, nervous. I would stutter a lot. Words wouldn't really come out of my mouth. Like you could tell how nervous I was. You could tell how uncomfortable I was being in front of the camera. Whereas now it's more natural. Like, if anything, it feels like I'm literally communicating with you guys directly one-on-one. It feels like you're all in front of me and I'm just talking to you like this is a conversation. And the only reason I got here is because I kept doing it day in, day out. I kept practicing, I kept posting. After a month, I'd look back and be like, I can improve this. I learn a thing or two, so on and so forth. This didn't happen by accident. Constant improvement, constant practice, repetition, consistency, persistence. Now for the second question. How do you make short content that's not boring and is interesting? This is a little bit hard. This is something I'm still trying to learn myself. From what I've learned so far, the only real tips and advice I can offer is to make the videos more, you know, how do I say it, like your personality, your vibe. Because if you just copy and paste what other people do, like if you just scroll, see a video, like, okay, I'm gonna copy this, there's like no substance to you, and that's boring in a sense, because people have seen it hundreds of times. Like, obviously sometimes there are popular trends, yeah, participate in them, post your own take of the trend, sure, but that shouldn't be all you do. Like, you gotta show some personality. Like, who are you? Because at the end of the day, people are gonna watch you for you. And if they like you, they like you. If they don't like you, they don't like you. Simple as that. And the interesting part, like, how do you make something interesting? There's a lot of tips and tricks online, like catchy captions, you know, fancy edits, like noise effects, sound effects, and like all of these fancy stuff, like bombarding the viewer with these edits. It really depends on the type of content you're making. So me personally, on my channel, and what I've noticed from a lot of comments and messages I get, direct messages, a lot of people appreciate this fact about me. So this is what I personally do. This is like my little touch on my channel. I keep it pretty raw. I don't really edit my videos too much. I just like talk, answer the question and post it, and that's pretty much it. Like, it's a very natural vibe. It's pretty much centered around what people ask me, and then I answer their questions in my way. Like, I don't go on Google, search their question, read out the first paragraph and like spit it out as if it's a script. That's very robotic and unnatural. Like, I've studied, I have the knowledge, I'll answer it the way I would explain it in real life if they were in front of me, like face to face, asking me that question, if you get what I'm saying. At the end of the day, if you copy someone else's vibe, you're not going to be able to do what they do better than them. So you're just going to be this like weird person posting stuff that like no one really connects to, no one really cares about, if you get what I'm saying. Pretty much covered it all in a nutshell. If you got any more questions, as usual, leave it in the comments. I'll respond. I'll make another video maybe, who knows. For now, take care of yourselves. May God bless you all.